So, hello guys, fellow students and faculty. We'll be presenting our project presentation on crowdfunding platform using blockchain technology. Uh, Myself, Manav Rupani, Bhavya Sura and Herschel Menezes are the part of the team of this presentation. So, I'll walk you through the introduction first. So what is crowdfunding platform? Now crowdfunding platforms are the ones where the startups or many companies apply so that they can get investments and fundings for their projects through various investors that are open to investing, and it is usually done using the internet nowadays as it is easily accessible to gather contacts and it's much easier to invest remotely. Now the photo shown here lists some of the common Kickstarters companies or platforms that sorry the platforms that actually host crowdfunding. Among them are Kickstarter, which is prevalent in the US, and many other crowdfunding platforms as well. Moving forward, limitations of existing platforms. Now, these platforms are sure helpful to the companies that are seeking crowdfunding, but they do have some limitations such as excessive fees. Now, usually they either ask a static amount of money or some part of the equity, which results into some amount to be lost by the company seeking crowdfunding, and every rupee counts for them. Then the scam startups. Now this is a downside for the investors as they are investing remotely, and sometimes the startups do not grow or progress as desired, and as a result lead to a heavy loss. Third is the intellectual property risks. Now these are the uh, um, false steps that are not taken by the companies, which results in not protecting their ideas, and the investors that have the capability and the resources can actually steal their ideas and develop the similar projects. DIY marketing. Now usually some companies require aggressive marketing and advertising rather than just spreading of the word around the town, but this results into heavy requirement of cash flow, which is not the case every time in the crowdfunding, where sometimes crowdfunding can be short. And last being the print rules and regulations. Now some crowdfunding platforms do have their rules and regulations which do not allow or entertain certain types of startups, and this might result in some conflict of interest and regulations. So now we'll be seeing what are the benefits of BCT in crowdfunding platforms. Now, as we know, blockchain technology is known for its transparency and security. But other than that, it provides the token system, so which allows all the investors, irrelevant of their region or the currency they usually operate in, to fund the project in a common tokens such as Ethereum or blockchain coins. Second being the access availability. There is no need for a central third party to actually gather the resources or the crowdfunding, and it can be easily done remotely using cryptocurrency. Same is provided through decentralization, and since it is decentralized, that means there is no third party or central party, which allows transparent transactions and gives a clean record. And last being the smart contracts. These are nothing but predetermined functions or subroutines that are called based on the requirements, and this allows in easier uh, workflow of the crowdfunding.
So next we see the implementation steps like how the crowdfunding platform is implemented. We have created a smart contract for it in Remix IDE. So for the first step is we keep a track of the addresses and how much they contributed by mapping the address to integer. Uh, Second is we keep the track of all the addresses in an array. Third is we create a constructor. We define a constructor which states that whoever deploys the contract will be made the owner, and only the owner will be able to withdraw funds from the smart contract. Next is the fund function. This function is used to uh, send the Ethereum to the one that need to the to the owner of the what we to the owner of the contract, and we specify a condition because there is a minimum value, and the amount funded should be always greater than the minimum value. Next is the withdraw function. As we know that only the owner can withdraw the amount, we have added the conditions for it. So next we see the implementation, the demo in the Remix IDE. First we select which account we want to use. Then we compile the contract. So we can see that the contract is successfully compiled. Now we select the account to like who will be the owner of the contract, so only that account will be able to withdraw funds. Suppose we select the first account, we deploy the contract. We can see that the contract is successfully deployed here. We can see the functions and its buttons. We can see who is the owner of the contract. So as we know, this is 5B is the owner of the contract. Next we see the minimum balance. This is the minimum balance defined. So next we deposit some funds using two addresses. First is the AB address. Suppose the AB address wants to fund in ethers. So this is much larger value because we convert V into ethers. We do not take ethers directly. So we fund and the funding is successful, and we can see that 10 Ethereum are added. Next, we select a second funder, that is a 4B1. We again copy funded. We can see that total 10 plus 20 ethers are funded. Now suppose I want to withdraw. So for withdrawing, I select the owner's account, copy it on the clipboard and send it. Number of funders are 2. So using this we can withdraw. See, we can see the withdrawal is successful and the balance is withdrawn. The wallet balance is withdrawn in the account. We can just take by 119 Ethereum. So we have successfully funded a wallet from 2 wallets. This conclusion, what we learned and what we gained knowledge about from while doing this IA. We learned that blockchain technology is very useful in business applications. Using blockchain technology, we can avoid frauds and adulteration in the business that usually happens in the businesses. Suppose crowdfunding platforms, blockchain technology can be applied to other businesses for the safe and transparent conduction of transactions. We appreciate for your time. Thank you.